Alright, this is going to be my starting small forward ranking video at the end of the 2025 NBA season. If you have not seen my previous positional rankings, I would advise you to go do that, please, if you feel so inclined. But we're going to get started with number 30, Kaishawn George. He was a guy that definitely was not supposed to be the starter coming into the season. They had a bunch of injuries. He kind of got thrust into the role, and he wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Close to 9 points a game. About 4 boards, just atrocious shooting splits though at 37 and 32 splits. But you kind of expect that out of a rookie who is just, again, thrust into this role because of injuries and stuff. Number 29 is going to be Josh Green. He wasn't much better, but he was actually decent from shooting splits, only 7 points. And he did have about 1 steal a game. And decent shooting splits at 43-39 splits. But that field goal, or that free throw percentage at 68 is pretty bad. Number 28 is going to be Bruce Brown. He had about 8 points a game, 2 assists, and 4 boards. He didn't play that much minutes, only 22 minutes a game. So per 36, numbers actually look quite a bit better. And his field goal percentage and efficiency overall was like decent, I guess. It's passable, but you would definitely like it to be a little bit better. But moving on to number 27 is Ziaire Williams. He had 10 points a game and almost 5 boards and a steal. That's solid. Again, his efficiency wasn't great, but it definitely could be worse. Number 26 is going to be Haywood Highsmith. About 25 minutes a game, 6.5 points, 3.5 boards. Really good efficiency though at 46-38. Like those are very solid numbers. But he just doesn't shoot the ball that much. So he doesn't really. Okay, I feel like his impact isn't necessarily felt as much in the box score. I feel like he had a pretty decent advanced numbers, though, when you look at those. Number 25 is Kyle Kuzma. Definitely disappointing from where I projected him to be. I had him at 14. Falls all the way down to 25. That's kind of bad. 15 points a game is solid and about 6 boards, but 43% from the field is decent, but only 31% from 3 if you round up. Not good. And only 63% from the free throw line. That's atrocious. Gotta get that up, Kyle. Number 24 is Jalen Wells, a rookie, so I had him unranked. He wasn't projected to start at the beginning of the year, but he was actually pretty good, especially for a rookie. 10 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, solid efficiency at 43-35 splits there. Number 23 is going to be Keyonte George, who was originally a point guard, and he definitely is not a small forward, but just because of the way injuries and stuff worked here for Utah, he kind of made sense to put him on the small forward list because there were just so many guards that had started so many games and not enough forwards that did. So I kind of had to choose one of them to be a small forward. And Keyonte George is the one that I chose. He was actually pretty good looking at the numbers. Nearly 17 points, 6 assists, and 4 boards if you round up. But his efficiency at only 39% from the field is pretty poor. Number 22 is Matas Buzelis. He only played 19 minutes a game, so per 36 numbers would look a lot better than this, but he was very effective in the minutes that he did play. Nearly 9 points and 4 boards a game on 45-36 splits. He's going to be really good next year once he gets a bigger role and a lot more minutes. Hopefully, I would assume he gets close with 30 minutes a game next year, and he's going to be really, really impactful for Chicago. Number 21 is Zachary Risacher. I think I said that right. I couldn't tell you for sure. And he's kind of in a similar place to Buzelis. Only played 25 minutes a game if you round up. Still not a huge role there, especially for a starter. But he did average 12.5 points on solid efficiency at 46-36 split. So again, if he can get up to like 30 minutes a game next year and keep that efficiency, he could be close to a 20-point per game scorer if he just got a little bit more aggressive offensively. But that's going to be really, really good if he can do that for Atlanta. Number 20 is going to be Kelly Oubre, who's number 23, so he does drop a couple of spots, but he also switched positions. He was pretty good offensively, averaged 15 points, which is pretty good. 6 boards and 1.5 steals, also really solid. Only thing about him, he only shot 29% from 3. That's pretty bad. Number 19 is Toumani Camara. He's a guy that definitely surprised me here. His defensive numbers were great. He averaged 11 points and 6 boards and 1.5 steals per game. Really solid and really good efficiency there as well at 46 and 38 splits. And his advanced numbers were great. I don't show the advanced numbers on here. His advanced numbers were really, really good as well. Number 18 is PJ Washington, averaged about 15 points and 8 boards with a steal and a block a game on good efficiency. So a really solid all-around player here for Dallas. Number 17 is Max Strus. He was really good for Cleveland. Only played 25 minutes a game, but he averaged 9 points, 3 assists, and 4 boards on 44-39 splits if you round up there. And also his postseason was pretty impressive in the couple series that they did play. He was shooting very, very good from 3 in the postseason. Number 16 is Dillon Brooks. He averaged about 14 points, 2 assists, and 4 boards. Nothing special there, but he did shoot pretty good, 43 and 40% from 3. So that 40% from 3 was really, really good. I didn't think he was going to do that this season, but he did. And he was pretty solid in the postseason as well for Houston. Number 15 is Jaden McDaniels, averaged about 12 points and 6 boards with 1.3 steals and about a block a game as well. So very good defensively for sure. Solid efficiency as well at 48 and 33 splits. And he was pretty impactful in the postseason for Minnesota there as well. Number 14 is Aaron Nesmith. He averaged 12 points and 4 boards. Really good shooting though at 51 and 43, 90. 50, 40, 90. Yeah, 51, 43, and 91 splits. That's amazing. He only played in 45 games, so he's not going to officially be a member of the 50, 40, 90 club, but he definitely, played enough games that you could give him an asterisk and make him an honorary member of that, and especially how he performed in the postseason as well, which was, amazing, once again, at least his efficiency-wise, right? So you could imagine this guy definitely would have averaged 50, 40, 90 for the whole season if he was able to play enough games to qualify. Number 13 is going to be Azar Thompson, who averaged 10 points, 5 boards, 1.7 steal a game is really good. Efficiency is kind of his problem. Field goal percentage is good at 53, but three-point percentage and free throw percentage are pretty abysmal. 22% is really bad. Number 12 is going to be Devin Vassell. He was solid, 16 points, 3 assists, 4 boards, unsolid efficiency as well at 44 and 37 splits. Next up is going to be Michael Porter. Kind of disappointing, but he's only one spot lower than my original ranking. He averaged 18 points and 7 boards on 50% shooting from the field and 40% from 3. He was just a little bit disappointing in the postseason, which might have cost him a couple of spots on my ranking. Number 10 is going to be Mikal Bridges. He played 37 minutes a game, about 18. Definitely disappointing though. It kind of makes sense because he's going into a team like New York, who was definitely more stacked than his previous team with Brooklyn. So it makes sense for him to take a little bit of a lesser role offensively, but he definitely was still disappointing with that. Nearly 18 points a game and 4 assists is solid on 50, 35, 81 splits is still very solid, right? But he just didn't feel like that big of an impact player that they were kind of hyping him up to be at the beginning of the season. And I was also guilty of hyping him up a little bit too much, more than I should have probably. But oh well. Moving on. Number 9 is going to be Bradley Beal. Very much surprised me here. Had him coming in at 18. He comes in at number 9. I know people hate on him, but most of that is because of his horrendous contract, right? His contract sucks. His team chemistry probably sucks as well. But his individual performances are actually solid. 17 points, almost 4 assists on 50%, 39% from 3. He's still a very efficient scorer in this league. It's just, again, he's definitely overpaid and probably hated a lot by his teammates. Number 8 is going to be Norman Powell. Very much took a huge leap here. Had him coming in as one of the top bench players in the league. He's actually one of the top small forwards in the league now. Averaged nearly 22 points a game. Really good on great shooting at 48 and 42 splits there. He was amazing this year. Number 7 is going to be RJ Barrett. He came in at 13. Definitely jumped up a couple of spots. He was really good. 21 points, 5 assists, 6 boards. Really good. Good efficiency at 47, 35 splits. Would like him to get that free throw percentage up above 63. Get it to at least 75. I think that's doable, but 63 is atrocious. But other than that, he had a really, really good season. Number 6 is DeMar DeRozan. So I had him coming in at 6. He stays at 6. Really good for him. About 22 points, 4 assists, and 4 boards. And solid efficiency as well at 48, 33% if you round up. Number 5 is going to be Jaylen Brown. Drops a couple of spots here, but not too bad. Average about 22 points, 5 assists, and 6 boards. Really solid. One thing to say, 3-4 percentage is only at 32%. You would like that to be a little bit higher. I think he could get that at 35, 36% next year. That would be a lot better for him, obviously. But a little bit low on the 3-4 percentage and free throw percentage this year, but that's really the only thing I got to say about him. Number 4 is going to be Jimmy Butler. So I feel like some people kind of underrated him after this year because he wasn't like that great in Miami, but he also didn't really try that hard in Miami because he didn't want to be there, right? When he got to Golden State, he tried a little bit harder, and his numbers still look solid, but his advanced numbers are incredible. He averaged 18 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists with 1.5 steals a game on 50%, 31% from 3. 3-point percentage has never been his strong suit, so 31% is like fine for Jimmy Butler. And again, his advanced numbers were incredible, so that obviously helps count into this ranking as well. Number 3 is going to be Jalen Williams. He was amazing this year, averaged about 22 points, 5 assists, and 5 boards on really good efficiency at 48-37% shooting if you round up. And of course, he was a very much an impactful player for OKC in their finals run. Number 2 is going to be Paolo Banchero. I had him at number 5 as a power forward. Kind of slides over to a small forward now in my ranking, but he was an amazing small forward. 26 points a game, 5 assists, and almost 8 boards on 45-32 splits. 3-point percentage wasn't great, but he also had a really good postseason, which I do believe he had an improved 3-point percentage in the postseason. I could be wrong, but I do think, if I'm remembering correctly, he was a much better 3-point shooter in the postseason than he was in the regular season. Number 1, of course, is going to be LeBron James in year 22 or whatever. I think it's year 22, maybe year 23 at this point. I don't even remember what year he's in because he's been in the league just that long. But at 40 years old, he's still the best at his position. That's kind of crazy. Averaged 24 points, 8 assists, and 8 boards on 51, 38, 78 splits. And he's also really, really good in the postseason, even though the Lakers did not win a single series. Now getting into my missing players here. Again, these are guys that either are now listed at a different position or are a bench player or just didn't play enough games to qualify, which my minimum games to qualify is 41 for my own personal criteria. But we have Zach LaVine, who is number 7. He's now a shooting guard. Taylor Hendricks was number 30. He only played in 3 games. Paul George is number 4. He's a power forward now. OG Anunoby was number 12. He's a power forward. Klay Thompson was 17. He's a shooting guard. Chris Middleton was 19. He only played 37 games. Franz Wagner was 11. He's a shooting guard. Desmond Bane was 8. He's a shooting guard. Derek Jones was 24. He's a power forward. Denny Avdija was 16. He's a shooting guard. Cam Johnson was 21. He's a power forward. Brandon Ingram was number 9. He only played in 18 games. And Andrew Wiggins was 29. And he is now a shooting guard. But now that we're done with this, let's get into this last thing here. Thank you for watching. That's the end of this video. Make sure to check out my other videos this week in the coming days. And make sure to go back and watch my point guard and shooting guard rankings if you have not done so as well. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.